After an accident in Orange County, you might run across these common tricks to look out for. In this video, I explain the early insurance tactic most people don't recognize, how to spot when an insurance adjuster is minimizing your injury, why seeing the right doctor protects you. Before we dive in, please like and subscribe so this channel can continue to grow. Thank you. Trick number 1 is called the early settlement trick. This occurs very soon after the accident. This is where the auto insurance adjuster calls you and tries to set up a meeting right away to discuss your case. I've gone over this before in a previous video in detail, so if you missed it, check it out. I'm repeating this info because it is by far the most common insurance tactic and the worst for the accident victim. The tactic is this. The adjuster will call you. They pressure you to meet to discuss your case, hopefully before you've seen a doctor. They try to visit your home office or a local coffee shop. At the meeting, the insurance rep will explain to you what your case is worth and present you with a check. The amount will range from $500 to $3,500. They will then say you will also be able to see a doctor up to a certain amount, usually $1,500 or less, provided the treatment is completed in 60 days from the accident. What makes this a trick? You have not even seen a doctor yet, so how do they know what type of treatment you need, how long it will take, and how much it will cost? And the check is always less than what the actual value of your case is worth. Always. Sometimes it is 1/4 of the true value. Also, the amount of treatment they will cover is far less than real-world costs, and the time frame is usually too short. Unless you have a very minor whiplash, 60 days is not long enough. The next trick occurs when you complete your treatment and are trying to settle your case. I call this the soft tissue injuries resolve quickly, even without treatment trick. This is a tactic where the adjuster looks at your medical records and bills and makes the statement that you have suffered a soft tissue injury and soft tissue injuries have been shown to resolve in 4 to 8 weeks with or without treatment. They then go on to argue that any treatment after 8 weeks was unnecessary. They will also argue that your injury is trivial and there should not be any lasting damage done. The result is a lowball offer. How is this a trick? For the simple reason that there are no peer-reviewed, reputable scientific studies to back up their claim. Let me make it clear. They are lying. Hundreds of studies have been done over the last several decades that show the opposite is true. Common whiplash injuries require weeks and months to resolve with the proper treatment. Upwards of 40% of all whiplash disorders result in chronic pain. Left untreated, whiplash has been shown to become a chronic disabling condition. You are also at 500% risk of developing early onset osteoarthritis of the neck. Calling a ligament, disc, or nerve injury a soft tissue injury is technically accurate. Those are soft tissues. Demeaning and minimizing them as simply nuisance injuries is the problem. Soft tissue support structures like ligaments and cartilage do not heal or repair well. Your body cannot regrow ligament tissue. Instead, it repairs with a weaker, less flexible tissue that is prone to becoming inflamed, called scar tissue. Whatever ligament is damaged by an accident can never go back to normal. Think of a pair of your underwear or socks. When you stretch out the elastic, they won't stay up, they droop. No matter what you do, they are still not like the original. Same with ligaments. The job of your ligaments is to hold two bones together to form a joint. Without ligaments, your bones would be flailing all over the place every time you move. The ligaments keep the joints in the precise position needed for function. When you sprain them, they lose elasticity, so they cannot hold the joints together properly. This leads to slack and unnatural movements in the spine. In the long run, because of abnormal movements causing stress on the joints, you develop arthritis in the affected joint. Let's look at a hard tissue injury, a fractured bone. A typical bone fracture heals in 6 to 8 weeks and ends up as strong or stronger than before. Why? Because bones heal by laying down new bone tissue. Unlike ligaments, your bones heal with the exact same kind of bone tissue that was injured. and you will often have no repercussions from a simple fracture. So as a doctor, I'd rather break a bone than badly sprain a ligament. One more thing about these so-called soft tissue injuries. Your brain and nerves are soft tissues. Are they not important? A heart attack is a soft tissue injury. Cancer of the liver or pancreas are just soft tissue injuries also. You see the point. A whiplash injury is a serious injury because it damages important ligaments designed to keep your spine stable. Without proper ligament tension, your spine will malfunction. And what is the function of your spine? To protect the brain and spinal cord so that it can transmit messages and tell the entire body what to do. It's a pretty important job, don't you think? A newer wrinkle to this falsehood is claiming the American Medical Association, AMA, guidelines say whiplash should resolve in 30 to 60 days with or without treatment. First, you need to know that there is such a thing as the AMA Guides to Permanent Impairment. It is a book I reference daily in practice, so what's the problem? The issue is, this book is a guideline for doctors to determine someone's disability or impairment level after they are done treating and have not been able to reach complete resolution of their pain or impairment. The guides do not mention how long a certain condition takes to resolve. It's not a treatment guide, it's a permanent impairment guide. So this wrinkle adds one lie onto another. The good thing is that there actually are guidelines out there to help doctors grade a whiplash injury right away to give them an idea of how long an injury might take to heal. The Croft guidelines were scientifically researched by my whiplash injury mentor, Dr. Arthur Croft, DC. His guidelines have been adopted by many state and national associations as the definitive guidelines for chiropractic treatment of whiplash injuries. In this, there is no dispute. So doctors who specialize in whiplash injuries manage a patient. They will assess them, place them in an injury category according to the Croft guidelines, and provide care. At the end of care, they then reassess the patient for any lingering issues. If they still have pain or impairment after a reasonable amount of time according to the Croft guidelines, they will determine a permanent impairment rating based on the AMA guides. Unfortunately, the insurance adjusters purposely muddy up the waters, making authoritative claims that just aren't sound by misusing one guideline and ignoring the other. How can they do that? Simple. They think you won't know. Even some personal injury attorneys don't know how to fight this tactic. I've been asked by attorneys how we can get around this, and when I explain what I just explained here, they are dumbfounded. Why do auto insurance companies resort to tricks to save money? Whether it's at the beginning of your case with the quick settlement tactic or at the very end with the soft tissues don't need treatment trick, they are designed to save money on settlements. And guess what? It works. Many people aren't aware of these and other tactics, so they fall prey to slick insurance adjusters who are trained in psychology and persuasion tactics. That's why I make these videos and write blog articles to help you. This information can keep you from falling victim to insurance adjusters and their tricks. Getting evaluated early is one of the smartest decisions you can make, medically and legally. Don't fall for the early settlement, and don't be intimidated by their attempts to minimize your injury. If you're in the Orange County, California area and need help with your car accident injury, go to drbarrymarks.com. There you can find more information about car accident, whiplash, and concussions. You can also find out how to make an appointment for an auto accident severity evaluation at no upfront cost to you.